Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our space exploration playthrough. Since our last episode, I have finished out all of the crafting necessary for the cargo rocket sections. We did all of the oil-based products in the last episode, and I've gone ahead and just copy-pasted the design that you've seen me use before, where a beacon is in between 8 assemblers, the 3-input and 4-input versions, and I just kind of copy-pasted those all the way around to get to blue circuits, and for the main heat shielding, low density structure, and the rocket control units. And then I did all the spaghetti necessary for just the little random parts that go into the rocket fuel pods, rocket fuel tanks, and cargo pods. And so those are all firing on all cylinders now as well. And altogether, this should be able to net us 10 of these cargo rocket sections per minute. Yeah, can't use productivity there. I wish I could. And so that means we should be able to launch a cargo rocket once every 10 minutes. And I have an inserter here wired because it shows you on the right side there how many cargo rocket sections are inside of it. And then I assume L represents the liquid rocket fuel that maybe it needs because there's nothing in it right now. And then E represents, I believe, the number of empty cargo sections because that's 500. So those two numbers seem to match up. So I have the 100 cargo rocket sections already done. I need to pipe fuel over here, and then I need to create a space capsule. And then we could go to space right then and there if we wanted to, but there's a long checklist of things that I need to do first. The other thing I did is I went ahead and I'll fly you over there with my jetpack. I made a second line of copper smelting to make sure that we have enough copper, especially when we use modules, the copper line gets dried up pretty quick. So now I have 2 full lines that are balanced out, so I should be able to have a full line going to modules and a full line going to cargo rockets. And then I finally made the new copper mine. And so the copper mine is over here by the lake. I'll show you what it looks like. I need to place a radar over there anyway. And we'll place a radar down by our copper mine. Nothing too fancy. I only had 50 miners on me at the time, so I should be able to place the rest now. And they all are supposed to have a module 2 in them. But I think I've run out of efficiency module 2s. Because I think I've just used up way too many modules in the crafting of everything. But we have plenty of power. Well, actually, we don't. I'm going to go check on what happened to my nuclear power, because that shouldn't be dropping down, and we're about to, not have enough. So I'm going to go take a look at that. But you can see we have copper here building up, and the LTN network is the same thing as before. So let's go check on our power. We can check copper mine off. And then I will have to talk you through what the recommended... There's like a whole list of things they recommend you take with you to space on your first trip. So we're going to want to work on some of those things first. Nuclear power, that's where I'm going. So, looks like they're all running. And that's all the power we're going to get. Feel like, how many heat exchangers do I have? I have 52. So that means I should be able to get 520 megawatts. What's the holdup? Low temperature. These are running. I'm not sure. Not exactly sure what's going on here. I guess the satisfaction is going up. Maybe I need this to turn on when the steam is less than 10,000. Oops, not 10. 10,000. And maybe that will fix it, and then this needs to change to less than 10,200. Maybe that's the problem. Is it just too slow heating back up? Yeah, because it looks like our satisfaction's going back up as these continue to heat up towards 1,000, because that's how hot it needs to be before the heat gets to these final heat exchangers. It looks like these last 3 still aren't working. So that's another 60 megawatts. That's not working if these 6 aren't going. So I think that's the problem, most likely. But we are using definitely most of our power, so that's something to keep an eye out for. Maybe I should paste a few more solar. Let's actually do that. Let's paste a few more solar builds, because I assume these chests... Yeah, look, we've filled up our solar and accumulators. So then these bots will have their hands full for a while, but that's fine. They don't have anything else to do. We'll paste 2 more solar farms. We'll do 4 more. It's a free 32 megawatts right there. And then we need to pipe over the rocket fuel, which I'll do. You can see LTN is telling me all about its deliveries. You can turn that off. Once you really get LTN going, you almost certainly want to turn it off, just because it'll constantly be telling you things that you don't really need to know, because it's just doing its job. But I like to leave it on in the early stages of LTN, just to make sure things are working. Okay, there we go. Piping liquid rocket fuel in. Looks like it's filling up quite nicely. I may want a pump to keep that going faster. 1, 2, pump. Where is it? I missed. Can never find it. Okay, pump. Alright, so the liquid fuel is filling up. And I messed up my circuit condition. Oh, because it was attached to the pole. That's what happened. Okay, so it still has the condition. We just destroyed its connection. I put all these back in here. So that will store up enough cargo rocket sections to send an entirely new rocket, essentially. And same with the liquid rocket fuel. I have the tanks for 50,000 down here. So we should essentially be able to launch 2 rockets in a row, and then as maintaining, we can only launch 1 every 10 minutes. And there you go. Fuel all fueled up, so we need to make the space capsule. Space capsule, 50 heat shielding, low density structure, control units, solid fuel, solar panels, accumulators, and glass. Okay, well, we can grab all of those things from here, I think. The control sections are in short supply. So I may grab them off of this belt like that to get 100 for myself. Let's see. So I'm building 100 of these, or 10 per minute, which means 40 rocket control units per minute. So I should have the 100 control units pretty quickly. Let me grab the solar panels. Let's see. I need some solar panels, which are up here. 50 and 50. Space capture. Okay, so I've got that. I need some solid fuel. 50 of the heat shielding and low density, and then we're good. So I do know I have some solid fuel over here somewhere. Where is it? It's in this chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10. There we go. Okay. Grab the low density structure and the heat shielding. 1 more stack and 1 more stack. And now we just need the rocket control units. I also need a satellite. So, I guess I should have grabbed enough for that, because we're going to want a satellite launched first to bring us some materials for space science. So I'll grab a couple more of these. Is my power out again? It is. Wow. It shouldn't be possible to go down to 270. I need to look into what's happening. Because the nuclear build should be, I mean, at the worst, 400, 500 megawatts. So what's happening down here? Why are you not being fueled up? We're outputting the low signal. Somehow, I've completely messed this up. Shouldn't be outputting Y. Well, I see the problem now, but I don't understand the problem. Well, that maybe explains why it dropped down so much earlier in the first place, but I don't know exactly. Like I've said before, this is an abomination of combinators, so maybe I should just ditch the whole thing and just have these run 24/7. Not really sure the best way to do this, but that might just be easiest. If I just take the conditions off, it will fill up to how much? 8? Yeah, why not? Let's just change it. Let's delete all this nonsense. I have no idea really what that was doing. I thought it was working properly, but clearly I was wrong. So we'll just have all these place in. We'll change their stack size to 1. I need some more cables. And then we'll hook them all up together. Oh, we want that connected to this. Okay. So then we will just have them start firing off if the steam is less than 10,000. And they'll put in multiple fuel cells at once, but you know what? I'm okay with that. It looks like they will fill it up to 5. And then those 5 will run until they, use up all that fuel, and then it'll probably have more than enough steam, and then over time that steam will drop down, and we might waste a little bit of fuel in there, but gosh. These uranium fuel cells have so much value, especially with the neighbor bonuses. It's insane, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so we're back to having enough power. That's good. And my solar up here is getting close to done. It looks like I need to deliver 5 substations because I didn't automate delivery of substations to this solar area. And we need to give them more roboports and more substations. That should do it. And we're going to need to deal with vulcanite blocks as well from core mining. But I should have enough of these now. 100 rocket control units, so I can build a capsule. Now I think I can reuse the capsule. I'll launch up to space, come back with it, and I think it will still be alive, so I can just put it back in. I don't think I need to automate that. I guess we'll find out. Unless, of course, I want to... I guess if I automate launches, then I'll need a few capsules, because if it's launching without me, how is the capsule going to get home? These are questions I do not know the answer to, and we will find out together. So, first I do want to get the navigation satellite, so let's see. I also need my logistics network to extend past, because all the bots that are supposed to take me stuff. I don't know where they are. Here they come. I'm trying to remember where I'm crafting the roboports. I honestly can't remember. I just threw it together. Here they are. There are the roboports. Okay. So I'm just going to extend my logistics network into this whole crafting area. Not that I intend to use much logistics in here, but just so that we can get items delivered to us while we're standing in this area. And I think that'll be nice. We'll put one down here. Okay, so we now need a satellite. And I will need to automate these at some point. I thought I had low density. I do have those. Okay. Just the poor bots probably ran out of energy trying to get to me. Okay, just making sure all the roboports have power. They do. And bots are slowly bringing me all the goodies. Oh, and I need solid rocket fuel. And I can just go grab that from where I'm producing it. Right here. That is more than enough. In fact, too much, maybe. So we'll also get our regular rocket launch pad, which I have somewhere. Launch silo. And we'll put that over here. And this one I can put productivity modules into, which is super nice. And so we'll get a beacon next to him. And we will go with, let's see, 16.8 megawatts. That's a lot of power. Crafting speed, 5 per minute. And I need 100. No, I only need 50. So that's 1 per every 10 minutes as well. So I actually don't know if I need to speed it up. So let's place all efficiency. That brings me down to the limit. So we can probably put at least 1 speed in here. And yeah, I'll leave it like that. That'll double it. And then we need to bring all the same parts that we had over here. But just the control modules from this belt. So we'll run this up. Run this up. I'm not going to worry about chests because over time it will build up plenty. And these are almost saturated, so once these are saturated, the leftovers will go here. I think we're going to use far less than one of these every 10 minutes, so over time we'll have more than enough, I believe, of both of those. And heck, if I really need to, I can copy-paste this whole thing and then just route over the resources and oil, and it would cost a lot, but it would work. So I do need the solid fuel. Bring that over and up and over and up. So that should be all we need. We could even automate the satellite by grabbing these things. I don't think you can use productivity. And then we would just need some glass, a radar, and the accumulator. So, oh, we also need processing units. Maybe it's not worth it. Yeah, we'll do it. Because we have these 3 things. Oh, we don't need control units or heat shielding. The glass can get delivered along with the processing units. And then solar panels and accumulators. I guess we should have some of those in the main base. So we will go ahead and have some filter inserters right here. One for accumulator. One for solar panel. And we'll go up to just 2 stacks of each. I'm surprised those are too slow to grab. I mean, it looks like we're slightly short on electricity. No, we're very short. Wow. Again, what is happening with the nuclear? If we have 10,000 steam... Oh. I forgot to copy the conditions. There we go. Okay, well that explains why we were having a problem. So that will build up over time. I'm glad for my 80 megawatts of solar and 90 megawatts of steam, otherwise we'd be even more in a bind right now. But I think I finally have gotten it fixed. And just to be certain that we don't run out of water, I'm just going to add some more of the water wells on the ends here. Okay, so now all of them are running. Once the temperature here gets up to about 900, I think we'll be fully heated up. Okay, we just fired all 7. I missed the meteor, but we fired all 7 of these, which is taking even more power. Or maybe we fired them a while ago and they just haven't had time to recharge. That could be it. These poor guys are taking forever to make modules because I used hundreds and hundreds of them. Yeah, we've really depleted our module supply. But it's rebuilding. I wonder what all the copper is getting used by here. Oh, we're just not smelting very much because we have no power. Huh. What's going on here? We have discovered all kinds of issues. So I think maybe the issue is because my power was low. No, we have 18,000 in each of these. Deadlock. Here it is. I knew it could happen. So maybe this needs to be a chain signal. Or I shouldn't even have this one in the first place. Because yeah, I think I made a mistake there when I'm going the wrong direction. When I fixed that, I think I made it so that this guy on the bottom can go into this intersection partially. He shouldn't be allowed to. So now, yeah, I think that's better. Maybe I should have it like that. So he can't go up in, but they can cross paths, potentially. And then he can't go up there. That did not fix it. And then there. I think that does it. That separates out. Gosh. There's a 90% chance that's going to deadlock again for some reason that I don't understand. But that explains why the lack of copper is because my trains weren't running. There's always more in Factorio. Always more to do. Okay, and then hopefully our power, let's check that. It's back up to satisfied. So I'm going to turn off those LTN notifications, settings, mod settings, scroll down to LTN. And we want, let's see, message level to 1. We only want errors and warnings to show up. We don't want notifications every time it goes to deliver. So then these are fast enough now to do what they're trying to do. Those are getting delivered to the satellites. We don't even have the copper right now to be making accumulators, or I mean solar panels, but we will. But for now, we have our space capsule, we have our satellite, so that's good enough. These need to be powered. Stack size 1. And then we need a radar, which I'll craft here. I have no idea what goes into that. Okay, I can request everything from a radar. And this will be stack size 1. So we've got radars and everything else. I don't think you can do productivity. Nope. And we're low on the rocket control units, but that's because we're low on copper right now. I think. Yeah, red circuits, which I don't have enough cable for, because I don't have... Yeah, once the copper gets going full tilt again, we should be okay. Because there were a lot of things that probably were saturated before, so now I'm just using a lot of copper in the base for modules and solar panels and things like that. I could also do output priority left here to make sure that we always have enough copper for my space exploration stuff. But it will all get saturated soon enough. And then right now we're also overutilizing our steel. Don't know where all that's going. The base does as the base wants. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the checklist here, and I'm going to pause the recording for a second and come back, and I'll be able to read to you what it says we should bring, and we can take a look at that together. Okay, so we need 2,000 to 3,000 scaffolding, it says, and I just remembered I never created the 4 assemblers we need for scaffolding. So I will go ahead and do that, and we just need steel along with the low density and the other things. So I think steel, yeah, it's coming up here. Move this over by 1. Do I even need this one? Looks like that substation was completely superfluous. So we'll get the steel over here. And I really should have done this differently, because I just completely forgot about the scaffolding. But we'll put it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And scaffolding. Oh, I have not researched scaffolding yet, so it's right here. Space platform scaffold. Start research. And I'll need to do these in a minute, but I'm going to try to let my base kind of get resaturated for a second, so I don't want to do a ton of research and drain the resources that way. I don't think I can handle everything on the base running, plus the space things, plus research. Okay, so it says we need 2,000 to 3,000 scaffolding, 2 to 3,000 of each kind of research, because when you do space research, you need to provide it with like all the regular packs plus the rocket packs. So if you look at something like this, we'll need to provide it with the regular ones in space as well as the rocket science packs, because I believe you can only do these researches in the space science labs. But the scaffolding will go into a chest. We'll have to see what it stacks to here. Scaffolding stacks to 100. So a regular chest would get me 4,800 scaffolding. I don't think that's quite enough, actually. I want to get closer to about 10,000 stocked up. Just in case. Okay. I'm going to try to get rid of all this solid fuel. We'll drop it one by one. Okay, so these can now craft scaffolds, and I can make space transport belts, which I'll need to craft some of those as well. Where is scaffolding? Here it is. And we'll drop... I'd rather not use Module 3s, but I currently am out of Module 2s, so we'll have to wait until those are available. I wonder how many hundreds of thousands of copper I used in all of these Module 3s between all these buildings. It's probably quite ridiculous. But this can give me 30 per minute. Oh, that's right. I wanted to... Shoot. We're going to move all this a little bit farther out. And then flip it. No, not that way. Flip it vertically. And I want to have the capacity for 1 per second, even though I only have the throughput for half per second. Once the rockets are all ready to launch, I want more scaffolding to be created. So we'll do that. Make sure we have power. Gosh, that's hideous. There we go. Okay, so now we've got scaffolding running, and we'll need a lot of that. And then I'll go ahead and put this satellite into the rocket. Oh, I can't yet. I'll have to wait on that. Do they stack? I can't even put it there. I'll have to wait until it starts running again, and then place this in the output. I'm not going to worry about putting satellites into a chest, though, because I'm only ever going to need one at a time. For now, at least. Unless I need to mass-produce the satellite rockets. I'm going to need... Okay, I'm going back to the list. It tells me I need some solar panels, a landing pad, logistics chests. So let's see if I can get a landing pad going. I just need a lot of concrete and steel. I can do that. So I'll go run and grab that. Slowly getting the checklist complete. Let's make the checklist here. So we need, we'll call it 4K scaffolding. And then we need 3K red, green, blue science. We need, it says 300 solar panels, power poles, substation. Okay, so I'm going to say 400 solar panels. And I'm going to need some accumulators. Solar always works in space, though, so accumulators are a little bit less necessary because you always have sun. So that's nice. Landing pad we're about to create, but I'll put it on here. Landing pad, it goes to the top. And then we need chests. I'll have those. Regular inserters, got them. Roboports, got them. Base belts, pipes, assemblers. Then it says rocket fuel, vulcanite blocks, satellite telemetry, and rough. Okay, so rocket science ingredients. So that will probably be last, because if you look at rocket science, you can see there are some things, like we'll get the satellite telemetry from a launch, we'll bring the fuel and barrels, but the vulcanite blocks, machine learning data, and the ingredients for chemical gel are things that we'll need to bring. And it kind of tells me a few of those, like we'll need barrels of petrol or petroleum, same thing. It says 1,000, 1K of petroleum. So that's only, oops, I just took a screenshot. That's only, I guess, 20 barrels. And water. And then 500 lubricant and heavy oil. That's only 10 barrels of each. And then we need 1K low density structure, heat shields, green, red, blue chips. And then electric engines. I guess about 100 of each. 100 electric engines, motors, sulfur bricks. And that's everything it has, as well as iron, copper, steel, glass. 1K iron, copper, steel, glass. And I think that's everything from the list. And we'll just need the rocket science ingredients we'll put at the bottom, because that's actually going to require a lot of special crafting as well as the space belts. But I think everything else is just collecting, yeah, collecting things we have. And the scaffolding is just waiting for those crafts, so that'll be at the end. So these I've already crafted, I'll put that at the end. These I've already crafted, I'll put that at the end. Those I've already crafted. These things I need to actually, what do you call it? Put them in barrels. But all of this stuff should just be grabbing items, along with the science. Okay, so we want to make that landing pad first, which is concrete, 1,000 of it, which is here. 9, 10, I need to ditch all of this solid fuel and these random things, along with all that wood and red belts. Why not? And then we need steel, which is here. And that should be enough to craft a landing pad. We'll need some more steel chests here. So landing pad checked off the list. Petroleum and water we will go ahead and put in barrels. I think I'm going to barrel things over in the rocket area. I will have an excess of all these liquids, and you don't need to send up that much to space, so stealing a little bit here and there to send to space is not going to make a big difference. So we'll steal the petroleum and barrel that here. We will steal heavy oil from this guy, and I will then do only overflow. I need 2 overflow. I think I have in my inventory. I have 1 of them. We'll need 2 of these. So that way, we'll first send heavy oil to being barreled before we make light fuel out of it. And then we need to make some lubricant as well. So lubricant comes out of a chemical plant, which we'll just place right here. Or no. I'd like to use this beacon. And we will first supply it like that. This will be lubricant. This belt will go underneath. It's a mess, but there we have it. Lubricant for space. Heavy oil for space, petroleum for space, and water for space. We'll just put right here. You know what? Do I have another water well? I'll just put it right there. And then we'll need a barrel maker. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of bots coming to find me. So we'll need something making barrels from a steel line, which I can put here. Barrel. We need empty barrels. Can I do productivity? I can't. So we'll place into the empty barrels. We'll place out into a provider chest only if... And here we will disconnect the circuit, but connect the logistics. Only if empty barrel is less than... I think 500 should be plenty. And then we need to request empty barrels and provide full ones like such. We'll stack to 500 barrels of each. I'll copy that. Paste, and paste. And we need 1 more RoboPort. And this is petroleum. Oh, right, we need to request empty barrels. I think 50 should be plenty. This one is water. fill water barrel. This one is lubricant, fill lubricant barrel, and this one is heavy oil, heavy oil barrel. Okay, that should do it. Did I do that heavy oil right? I think that worked. Yeah, we've got plenty of lubricant being made, and we want to be more productive with that. Problem is, all of it's going to lubricant right now. Oh, I didn't connect these. That's what's happening. I was a little confused there. Fortunately, we don't have space to connect them that way, so we'll go around and across. That's ugly as usual, but that's fine. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've got all the barrels of liquids we need. We'll have to grab them. Lubricant, heavy oil, petroleum, water, rocket science ingredients, and then space belts, pipes, and assemblers. Let's do that one first. See what we need for all those. So space pipes, I might just craft by hand. Space belts, need lubricant. Electric motors, copper plates, steel plates. So I do need to automate all of those because they all require lubricant. Which is a bit unfortunate. I feel like, yeah, we'll just do it right here. Since I'm not going to need these in large amounts, I'm just going to requester chest all of them. Which I need some more of everything here. So this will be the belts, undergrounds, and splitters. Oh, that does reach. Perfect. Okay, so then we'll put the belts on a belt so we can insert into each of these. We'll do a requester chest for each of these. And then these will go into a provider chest. Here, here, and here. Request what I need for 5 of each. I did 6, that's fine. Remove the request for the belts, and then my bots will be busy with that. Whenever I do an area that needs lots of bots, I like to place a few more roboports to make sure they can all get charged nicely. And then I only want, I think, 1 stack of everything for now. The belts stack to 100, so maybe we'll do 3 stacks of those. And I doubt I can use productivity as usual. And then we need space assemblers, so I need to do a few more researches here. So space assembling machines, decontamination facilities, which needs vulcanite processing. We'll just get all this researched. Space manufactory, which can get multispectral mirrors going once we get to space. And then we need data cards, thermal radiators, supercomputers. And what is this? Requires liquid fuel with an energy value to generate electricity. Simple and compact, but lacks the energy efficiency of larger steam-based systems designed for space. Actual fluid consumption depends. So it looks like that can generate up to 2 megawatts in space if we need it to. Yeah, I've overloaded my logistics capacity there. You can see I'm using all 1500, which probably means I'll need another roboport right here. I'll put 2. Why not? They only drain 50 kilowatts. those craft a lot more slowly than I anticipated, so we're gonna put some speed in them and do a beacon here. Change that to placing there. And then this beacon will be speed and a few power savers. There we go. That'll at least double it. 15 per minute. Awesome. Okay, it looks like everything's crafting slowly. This maybe needs more speed. 22 per minute. I mean, that'll take a few minutes just to get a couple splitters and undergrounds. Those are more expensive than I anticipated. And they stack to 50. I don't think I want a whole stack. What I will do is the classic, just a couple belts to emulate a small chest. Because if we put 10 of those on a belt, then that's an easy way to limit it without using circuits. Okay, that should work. I'm happier with that. Okay, so I've got a bunch of stuff going. Let's see how our space scaffolding is doing. I'm curious if we're getting very much. Looks like our barrels are mostly filled. Lubricant, water obviously is got there quickly. Petroleum, got plenty. It did say 1,000 petroleum, so we'll let that build up bigger. Same with water. And then scaffolding, we are not crafting because we are out of heat shielding. And with heat shielding, we are out of stone tablets. I didn't anticipate running out of stone tablets. My stone brick is just not enough. Let's go look into that. Thought this would be enough. Oh, I see. The problem is we don't have enough stone. As I anticipated, for some things, the issue is going to be the mining. Oh, because we're using a lot of stone bricks in the original base, and I'm not making those efficiently with industrial furnaces, which I should maybe switch over soon. But the good news is we have a lot more capacity here for mining, so I can just add more of these guys that are all done. These two are done, these two are done, this guy's done, and this guy's done. Okay, we'll paste our blueprint for mining. Run out of nanobots every time. Let's go down, let's go over. I think one blue belt of stone, if it's saturated, should be enough. And of course I'll need more blue belts here in a moment. Oh, no I won't. Yeah, just enough. Okay. That's looking a lot better. We'll input priority right. Just to use up this first. And I need a lot more efficiency module 1s. But we should have those soon. Yeah, that can produce 52, so that'll give me a full blue belt for a little while. And that should help. I wonder where all this stone is going. I guess it's going everywhere. I should really replace this. I'm gonna replace this. Gosh, I don't want all the inventory things that come with it. We will let our construction bots deal with that. They will have a heyday. Although my nanobots, unfortunately, got a hold of some of it. Don't want any of those yellow belts. Okay. So then, our stone bricks being produced here. It's because we don't have enough stone, but that's increasing now. I'm trying to remember how many this said I needed for the whole thing. It says we only need 5.48. This feels like way more than 5.48, and it's still not enough. Yeah, this can only use 6 per second, so... And then the rest are going... nowhere? I can't remember. Yeah, we're not even using anything else. Okay, so it just needed to saturate. And then I think what I need to do is get this stone brick routed over. Rather than making a whole new line for bricks, I'll just route this over to where the other one was. Which will take a little bit of doing. Because there's not a whole lot of leftover space in my base. But we'll figure this out together. Okay, we'll go up. We'll go around. We're really cutting it tight here. If I can just get past all this, we'll go underground here, down. There we go. Okay, so I should be able to go over and then up. And then the stone bricks were coming in right here. Great. That should do it. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. We have lots of what we need. Let's go ahead and grab the science while we're right here. 3K of each, it says. So that's going to be 1,000 of the blue. We need to get rid of some extra items. What else can I get rid of? I don't need those 5 portable solar panels. I will also need this thruster suit, which needs life support equipment, which needs a few random things in a life support facility, which means I need a life support facility. Which I can manually craft. And then we'll need 1,000 of the green science and 1,000 of the red. I realized I only took... Shucks, there we go. I only took 800 of each. Okay, so we'll dump all that in the cargo rocket section. Or at least... I'm so close. Okay. Yeah, we'll just dump it. I think items can get damaged, so I'm a little worried about losing some of this, but I think it knows that when it makes these recommendations, and so it does tell you you can take anything that's mega important in your inventory. And we'll also put in the capsule. Oh, there we go. Get a cool animation here. That was cool. Okay. So we've got that loaded. We need... I'm trying to even remember what all it said. We'll just give it... No. I don't want the cargo bots to have to deliver all that to me. Go ahead and get rid of our solar panels for now. We'll do some inserters. I don't think I'm holding most of what I need. We've got 1,000 scaffolding already done. That's awesome. And then we'll go ahead and grab our barrels We need all the barrels of water, all the barrels of petrol. Of course, I don't have enough inventory space for that. Okay. Get rid of those. Grab some more petroleum. Should do it. I should be jetpacking. Okay. So we've got petroleum and water checked off the list. 10 stacks of lubricant and heavy oil. Let's grab that. Wait, we only need 1 stack. That's 500 heavy oil. We'll do 2 stacks of each. But I just realized I did way more than 1,000. Petroleum and water. So, if I run out of space in here, I may need to take some of those out. Okay, so that's done. I do need space assemblers. So let's look at what I need to craft those. Might just handcraft them. Because I can. So I don't see a need to automate those quite yet. And space pipes, I think I can also handcraft. Yeah. We'll do 50 of those. Well, fortunately, we'll do 100, because then we can do some space pipe to grounds. And then let's look at our belt situation, see how that's doing. Looks like we've got some undergrounds, some space splitters, and 89 belts. We'll call that good enough for now. I mean, I think we can just use logistics bots up in space, so I plan on doing that, which means I'll need a stack or 2. And the logistics bots can crash. I don't know if the swarm safety, which I should probably do another one of those researches because I have way more than the 1,000 that are supposed to be safe. But I guess I'll take 100 logistics, 50 construction. We'll do 150. And then we'll need to make some repair packs to be able to repair things in space. So we'll go ahead and place that. I need to get logistic robots, roboports, construction robots, and we'll carry the assemblers with me. Okay. So this is mostly done. I won't check it off yet because I still need to finish all this crafting. You know, these space pipes require an absurd amount of crafting time. 10 seconds each. I maybe shouldn't craft all these by hand. I didn't realize they were so crazy. Just like the, I guess, the belts. So we'll actually place the one for pipes here. Now the pipe to grounds I can probably do by hand, but these I am just going to automate. I guess I need cable. Don't know why a pipe needs a cable. Maybe for some sort of insulation. But I want this to be within this guy because he's going to use productivity modules. Yeah, something's weird with the I forget what it's called, the additional paste settings. I'm not exactly sure what's happened in 1.1, but it doesn't quite work properly now. You can't just paste multiple items into one chest like you used to be able to. Get rid of that. I'm pretty sure... Did I not put plastic bar in a provider chest anywhere? Maybe I didn't. But we'll need to get that going if I haven't. But that should do it. We'll do 1 stack. Do they stack to 100? Yeah, 1 stack. And then let's check on our plastic. Oh, my poor bot network. It's being utilized quite heavily. Okay, plastic is being made here. Yeah, it looks like I'm just not placing it in a chest anywhere. So I'll kind of find the end of its run. So it'll go to all the other things first. We'll just put it right here. Stack, filter, plastic. That'll do it. Okay, so space, belts, pipes, assemblers, material testing pack. I have no idea what a lot of these things are. I do know the mirrors help you make better solar panels. That's about all I know. Vulcanite. Oh, we need to maybe focus on that. We will grab a pulverizer or 2 and go start using our core mining. And then I want some more space assemblers as well. I don't know how many I'll need. And I'll need a space manufacturer. Okay, I have to wait till I'm in space to build that. Decontamination, same story. Life support, I did build one. And we'll put it here. Because I just need one of these. And some coal. There we go. I think I only need one. Increases life support efficiency. So maybe I'll do 2. Because I need 1 to craft the suit, and I can put 1 in the suit. And then that'll make my life support last me longer. And then to make the life support, let's see, empty life support canister. Oh. Huh. Right. I can change the recipe. Empty life support canister. Fill that up. And I'm crafting 5 more, and then I can use that to craft life support canister cleaning, no, regular life support canisters, which use coal and water. And it's not entirely clear what or how long those last. So that's interesting. But we'll fill that up with secure canisters. And then we'll switch it over to the other recipe, and we'll need a water well for that. Our space pipes are coming along nicely. Alright. Well, this seems like a good place to stop. I've got most of the things I need. I'll get all the other pieces. Let's see, I have the science. I'll get all these things placed into the cargo rocket and ready, and then for next episode, we'll plan on just getting these rocket science ingredients as the last item, and then we should be able to launch early in the next episode. So I'm really excited for that. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. We're about to get started on what space exploration is really all about. It's taken us this many episodes just to kind of get through the vanilla-ish game. It's obviously been a little bit different, but it's been fairly vanilla so far. And so I'm really excited for the next, 10, 20, 30, 50 episodes, because we're going to get to dive into the true meat of space exploration. So, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time, and let me know what you think in the comments.